Doncs una petita aturada per poder parlar amb el secretari general de la ONU, el senyor Ban Ki-moon, a les càmeres d'Andorra Televisió. 3 preguntes que li efectuarem, 2 lligades a la seva visita a casa nostra i una última, evidentment, amb el que està passant a Corea del Nord amb aquesta crisi. El saludarem, com sempre, amb els nostres convidats. Mr. Ban Ki-moon, thank you for being with us.
Great pleasure to see you and visit Andorra at this time. I'm honored to visit Andorra for the first time as the Secretary General of the United Nations, and I congratulate the 20th anniversary of adoption of Constitution as well as the joining the United Nations. During the last 20 years, Andorra has been making a great contribution to the goals and ideals of the United Nations: peace and harmony, sustainable development, and human rights. I highly commend and congratulate the people and government of Andorra for their achievement, and I of course count on continuing success.
Però és important saber quin tipus de treball pot fer un estat petit com és Andorra, la ONU. What is the role of a little country like Andorra at the United Nations?
Andorra may be a small country, but if you look at the member states, among 193 total membership, more than 100 countries are regarded as small countries. Small countries that they have been making together with Andorra and other countries in peacemaking, mediation. Being small does not mean that they don't have good ideas or capacity. They can have much bigger ideas. Some countries like Andorra has been making an outsized contributions compared with their size. I really count on working with Andorra. There is a group, informal group, a forum of small states, FOSS. This consists of more than 100 countries, and they meet regularly, and they work in solidarity for the purpose of the United Nations.
And you know about Andorra before coming here, the kind of country we are and the kind of people lives here? Vostè coneixia el país abans de venir? Tenia una idea de com era el nostre país, la nostra gent?
Of course, I heard a lot about Andorra. And this is the country where during last 735 years you have been enjoying peace and harmony with neighboring countries, such a good neighborliness and human rights. And you recently, just during last 40 years, when women first began to vote, you have achieved gender parity in National Assembly, General Council. This is only you are one of the 2 countries in the world, Rwanda and Andorra. They are both the small countries. And those are the 2 countries to realize gender parity in National Assembly. I hope that your experience and your tradition of democracy, human rights, gender empowerment will inspire many countries around the world. There are so many people around the world whose human rights are abused, totally abused, and whose human rights are not supported, and who are suffering from poverty and disease. And you are one of the countries in the world that recognized by WHO. This is disease-free and most and healthy countries in the world. I really congratulate the people and government of Andorra. This is an inspiration which I am bringing to other parts of the world.
I l'última pregunta, perquè és inevitable. Està de visita al nostre país enmig d'una crisi entre les dues Corees. Ho ha explicat abans a la roda de premsa. You told at the press conference that you are really concerned about what is happening at the North Korean. At what level are you concerned? Do we have to be really fear on or not?
There has always been tense relationship between the South and North of Korea. As you may remember, in 1950, there was a Korean War by the North Korean aggression, which ended in 1953. The Democratic People's Republic of Korean authorities recently announced that this armistice agreement will be void. According to this armistice agreement, not one side of this party to the armistice agreement able to cancel and avoid this agreement. It's not possible. I made it quite clear as the Secretary General of the United Nations, having reviewed this armistice agreement, that the Korean armistice agreement is still valid and effective. I have been urging the DPRK authorities to refrain from making provocative measures and provocative rhetorics, which are not helpful at all. Therefore, I'm urging them to fully abide by Security Council resolutions and avoid having a collision course with the international community. This is not responsible attitude as a member of the United Nations.
Mr. Ban Ki-moon, thank you very much and have a good day here in Andorra with us.
Gracias. Gracias.
Les paraules del senyor Ban Ki-moon, un plaer haver-lo entrevistat per les càmeres d'Andorra Televisió i ha deixat ben clar, en tot cas, la seva posició respecte a la crisi a Corea del Nord i també un bon coneixement del nostre país.